Hello and welcome to another dramatic black and white editing video. Today I'm gonna take this raw file and I'm gonna turn it into a picture like this while explaining to you what adjustments I do. So as you can see, I shot this at 70mm on a Canon 600D, which is a crop center body, so we really have some nice compression here, and I really just thought that cloud, that amazing cloud, just looks great hovering over that massive landscape. And I really think this picture has a lot of potential. So I've just turned the color image into a black and white picture because I really want to go black and white with this photo, and that's the only thing I've done. So let's get started with editing. I'm going to bring down the highlights and bring up the shadows. I'm not going to do it 100% here just because it kind of ruins the mood if I would do it too much. That looks pretty good. Then I'm definitely going to bring down the blacks here. I might even bring them down quite a lot and bring the shadows up even more in return. It's really kind of a trick to bring down the blacks and bring up the shadows. That way you really get a very special sort of contrast, and I really like that. So yeah, I actually think that works pretty good. Then in terms of whites, I really don't even want to bring up the whites just because the overall picture is kind of dark and I want to kind of keep this dark mood and I don't want it ruined by some bright highlights. So I'm not going to change anything with the whites. Let's see with the contrast slider here. This is kind of interesting. I'm not gonna add too much here, but just a little bit. Then let's see, clarity here. I am not quite sure about that. I feel like I really like this kind of soft mood here, and I don't really want to ruin it by a lot of clarity. Definitely the look also works, but I feel like this look is almost a little bit better for this picture. So I'm done with the basic adjustments, so now I'm gonna go straight away into the graduated filter and just grab one and drag it over this massive sky and this massive cloud here and just lower the exposure because no question the sky was way too bright. Just gonna lower the exposure and definitely add some contrast just to make the whole scene look even more dramatic. Maybe something like this, a bit of clarity. It's very important that you don't overdo these settings, otherwise it looks like, you know, the cloud isn't even in the same picture. It looks like you photoshopped in the cloud. So you want to make sure that you have a nice connectedness between the foreground and the cloud right here. Then I definitely feel like that looks pretty good. Here's before, here's after. Definitely looks way better. And I mean, it's by no means a conventional image because I really ended up cropping it so I have a nice rule of thirds composition but only one rule of thirds foreground, because I really thought that the foreground isn't the main subject here in this picture. I really wanted to create even more emphasis on the actual cloud. So anyways, let's go down to the tonal curve and just add a little bit of the highlights here to create a little bit more overall dynamic. And as always, just playing around with the rest of these sliders. I really do like this look of bringing down the darks. That really does look great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick there. Now, because this is a black and white picture, there's a lot of adjustments that I'm not even gonna touch. Let's just add quickly a little bit of sharpening, bring the masking slider to the right. Really just wanna keep this video relatively short. I don't wanna make this a very in-depth tutorial about every single slider in Lightroom. Let me quickly select my lens, the Tamron 70-300. And of course bring down the vignetting. That really works even better. And I'm gonna add an additional vignetting because I really think this picture needs it, and I feel like that looks just amazing with vignetting, especially down there. Now I'm gonna add another sort of vignetting with the graduated filter here, one on the top right, just adding some vignetting there. Maybe even go kind of crazy with it. And another one in the top left. Now let's see. That might be almost a little bit too much. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna bring up the exposure just a slight bit, something like this, and I already think that works pretty good. Now, definitely gonna add some dodge and burning here with the radial filter, so I'm just quickly gonna overjump that, I'm gonna skip that, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so I've added some dodge and burning. Here is before and here is after. Really just added some interest in terms of lighting to the picture. And I originally thought that this crop works the best, but let me try and crop it even further, something like this, and just see how it looks. It almost looks a little bit better. Yeah, definitely. Now I really wish that I've zoomed in the field, because I shot this with a 70-300, so it wouldn't be any problem zooming in like this with my lens and remaining the maximum quality, but I really just didn't see that sort of framing in the field. I really think that works amazing. I really do like this look with the picture. So anyways, let's see the before and after. Here is the before in color. Here is the black and white without any adjustments to it. And here is the picture at the end. So definitely a very different photo to what I usually do. Let me just add a bit of vignetting actually with the adjustment brush here in the top corners. And that might even work better than before. Yeah, absolutely love this picture. Some more over here. It's kind of weird. Sometimes you really just edit and you say you're done, and then you see another thing and you edit further. Oh well. I really am happy with the picture though, even though we don't have the maximum quality, because I've cropped in quite a lot. I mean, we still have some nice detail, and you could definitely print this image in a very decent size. So thank you very much for watching this kind of weird and not really standard editing video. And if you did like it, give me a thumbs up, and if you did not like it, give me a thumbs down. That really helps me to improve my videos in the future. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.